I'm Jenilee Borek in Dayton. I'm following up on a previous story for this week's Waste Watch. Funding was approved last December for Mayor Jeffrey Mims' peace campaign. Now that some of it's rolling out, I wanted to check in, especially with the commissioners who voted against the funding. Dayton City Commission passed a $175,000 contract with a 3-2 vote for Mayor Mims' peace campaign last December, with Commissioners Darryl Fairchild and Shanice Turner-Sloss voting against it. That amount was for Phase 2. City Manager Shelley Dickstein had already signed one for a little under $50,000 for Phase 1 because she has the authority to sign anything under that amount without the Commission's approval. At the time, Commissioner Fairchild told me he had questions as to why Dickstein broke up the contract. I asked him if he's gotten an answer about that.
That's the frustrating point. It seemed like she circumvented her authority to be able to do contracts under $50,000 to get us committed into this contract that was more. And there hasn't been a satisfactory answer to that question.
Both contracts are with the Ullman Group, a marketing and advertising group, according to the company's website. They cover multiple types of services to help facilitate long-term action. I wasn't able to speak to Mayor Mims this week, but I spoke with him when the contract was voted on, and he explained why he felt this campaign was useful to go along with violence intervention programming.
It's a whole attitudinal change as well. So that's why we're moving in that particular space, and because of the skill set that the Ullman Group has.
Commissioner Fairchild admitted it's early in the peace campaign, so he knows there's more to come, but he also explained why he was against spending the city's money in this way.
It's on primarily a messaging campaign and some of the organizing work to get community members behind and supportive of the program. It doesn't go to the other work of preventing the violence and interrupting the violence, and it still leaves unfunded programming for young people.
The program the commissioner is talking about is Cure Violence. He says the commission passed a separate contract last year to bring in that program, which costed approximately $500,000. That's the program that's supposed to create sustainable change by involving community members in the process of violence intervention. I spoke to Dion Green, someone locally who's already doing the work through his own nonprofit about these programs.
I always say programs don't really change their lives. It opens the door. Even with Cure Violence, they would tell you that they can put the framework together, but the real work has to come from the community and the leaders that's already doing the work.
Green just bought a building he's going to use as a resource center for social services, mentorship, and education in different trade areas. He's also working to provide transportation. I asked him what some of the funding challenges are and if the city could help.
I operate as a national foundation, but my bank account is in survival mode, so a lot of that stuff comes out of my personal pocket. They want us to keep putting the impact in, but they don't understand for sustainability it needs money.
So I asked Commissioner Fairchild if he thought the city should be investing more in local organizations instead of putting it other places.
It seems kind of wrong-headed that we haven't started with those folks, and we're going to bring them after the fact, after the program's been chosen, after the campaign's been scripted.
I reached out to City Manager Shelley Dickstein to get more answers about the contracts, but didn't hear back. I also asked to speak with Mayor Mims and was told he'd be available later this week, so stay tuned for an update.